Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. Everyone called me crazy when I said late May/early June for the Burning Crusade Classic. If you haven't kept up with the news, a few days ago Blizzard once again accidentally leaked their own release date. I guess they're trying to set a record of how many times a company can leak their own information. If you didn't know, for a short amount of time this panel appeared on the launcher. On June 1st, Return to Outland in World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic. It was pretty quickly removed, of course not fast enough as it's all over the internet now, and today, the 6th, they actually came out to confirm June 1st officially, and there's some critical information that came along with it. First is that the pre-patch has been confirmed for the 18th of this month. This is the preparation patch for Burning Crusade that holds many big changes, such as class balance changes, new talents, the revamped honor system, including the ability to purchase all of the epic ranking gear with no rank needed anymore, and among many other things to play with. If you're curious, I do have a preparation/launch guide if you want more details on that, and what things you can do to prepare for it. The next piece of important information is the transition from vanilla to BC. To catch everyone up to speed, after the pre-patch is out, again May 18th, you'll have a choice of either A, keeping your character on what are called Classic Era servers, where things will stay in this final next Rammus phase, presumably with no updates in the future, or B, continue playing on a Burning Crusade progression realm. Both of these are free, but if you want to do both, you can pay $35, which is a totally reasonable fee and isn't at all predatory, and surely won't completely decimate any chances of the Classic Era servers having any sort of healthy population. Activating whatever destination you choose will lock out your character on whatever you didn't choose, and from there you just pay the fee to unlock it. And they said that the clone will be snapshotted right before the pre-patch, so I imagine the 17th or 18th, whatever state your character is in, it'll copy. There are some other details. Items in your bank, inventory, mailbox, and so on are transferred over, but I'll have a link to this article in the description if I left you with any unanswered questions. And that's pretty much it. May 18th pre-patch, make your space goats and sexy elves, and 2 weeks later, the Dark Portal opens. As for the news itself, like I said, I predicted late May or early June, but overall, people are pretty surprised by it. One of the main reasons is just due to how quickly things are progressing here, because it leaves just 2 weeks for players to transition between the pre-patch and the launch. I don't really find it that surprising though, because throughout all of Vanilla Classic, these phases have gone by at a quicker pace in general. People are saying that it's not enough time to level your Draenei and Blood Elves. Well, it's more time than we had in 2007, because back then you could not make and level Draenei and Blood Elf characters in the pre-patch. I do agree that it is too early though. Players had 6 weeks between pre-patch and launch back then, so just a third of that time does seem very fast, I think. I'd like to think that I have a pretty good pulse on the community these days, and if you ask the players what they would say, I think most would say they'd want more time with their pre-patch to get all prepared, professions leveled, mess with the new races, and so on. Maybe a bit tinfoil hat here, but the second financial quarter ends on June 30th, so what would you rather have? A full month of level boosts, paid copies, deluxe edition mounts and toys, or whatever other microtransactions they've come up with to maybe make up for the hemorrhaging subscribers of Shadowlands, or maybe have just half a month or a week of all of that before they report their numbers, as Big Man Bobby K unzips his pants.
Well, bring out the gimp.
Damn it, Bobby! They came off a pretty ugly quarter one, player base wise, just saying. Not financially, of course. No. Of course not. I don't know, it just seems abnormally fast. Like 2 weeks for the pre-patch? Really? In my opinion, it's cutting it close, and I don't see the point of rushing it out like this. It feels rushed. If I were in charge, as long as it's ready, you would see the pre-patch in mid-May. I think that their pre-patch release is fine, but the actual BC release I think would be much better in mid to late June. But as it stands right now, set your calendars for June 1st. A lot of people want me to comment on all of this new microtransaction stuff, and I just wanted to let you know that I don't really have any plans to. Hey, come on, give me a break. Already blew my load with this video. You seriously want more? All I can say is that I'm unsurprised. In fact, I told you all that this is exactly what we're going to get, so I'm sure all of the people who called me a conspiracy theorist, or Alex Jones, slippery slope fallacy, have gone back and amended their insults, right? Oh, no? They just pulled the Homer Simpson classic where they recede into the bush? Well, I hate to say that I told you so. Not that this was this Nostradamus-esque prediction, by the way. I think anyone who wasn't willing to just throw away 10 years of history just because it doesn't line up with your agenda could see this coming. So my reaction to this and all future microtransactions will be encapsulated into a 2-word review. Gameplay first. On this note though, and on a serious one, I do get sent so much stuff all the time. This person left Blizzard, that person left Blizzard, Blizzard lied about this, Blizzard lied about that. They fired another couple hundred people and gave them gift cards for the games they just got fired from working on their way out. They sacrificed another kitten to the Dark Lord Satan for another fiscal financial year. You know, the usual monthly shitstorm that befalls this company. But really, out of all of the priorities in my life right now, chronicling Blizzard's endless mishaps and trying to convince people that paying for character progression in an RPG indeed isn't some secret high-level 500 IQ game design technique isn't very high on my list. I appreciate the interest in my opinion, but just watch the hour-long video and I think you'll get a pretty good idea of what I think about all of this stuff. It's exhausting, it's heartbreaking, and it's demoralizing. The issue with the World of Warcraft community is that there are people who want to make the game into an acceptable state, not by improving its quality, but rather by lowering their and everyone else's standards. I actually have a lot to say about these microtransactions. There are a ton of contradictions, as there always are, but I'm just defeated at this point. For now, just to keep you guys up to speed with my plans, I've been on quite a guide streak recently, and I plan to continue that. I want to cover attunements, heroics, and maybe even some raids if you guys would like that. Until then, thank you for the continued support and love that you've shown me. I know that this video is all over the place. In summary though, pre-patch May 18th. From that point you choose your destiny, vanilla or BC. Free for one or the other, and $35 for both. Copious microtransactions coming along with it. And on June 1st, the Burning Crusade launch. I think that the pre-patch date is fine. The BC launch is too soon. I'd say mid to late June would be the better spot for that. If I were in charge, that's what I would do anyways. I'm disappointed, yet unsurprised in the microtransaction aspect, and I don't plan on making a video about it because what's the point? So stay tuned for possibly news on the direction of the channel post Burning Crusade. I hope you enjoy the upcoming stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Farewell for now, mortals. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See you again soon.